Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how you can perform a Brunner Munzel test using Microsoft Excel and my stikpetE add-in. My add-in is available on my GitHub account. Once you've downloaded this file, the XLAM file, then you can open Excel, go for File, Options, Add-ins and click on Go, and then browse to the file, and that should install and give you access to a lot of additional functions I made. Of course, use at your own risk. To show you how this function can be used, or to get the Brunner Munzel test, there's a TS, short for test, Brunner Munzel function. I have some data in columns A and B, and as you can see, this was actually text, so I coded it into 1 to 5, from far too little to far too much. The function will require the categorical field and the ordinal field. The categorical field should only have 2 categories, but if you have more than 2 and you want to specify which 2 you want to use, you can use the categories parameter. You can also list the levels in the appropriate order. The distribution that you want to use, either the T distribution or the Z distribution, depending on sample size and speed. And there's one additional one, but that's more used for the permutation test. It's if you only want to see the test statistic. Then you can set this one to true. To show you what it actually does, so here we go. This is the range. Be careful though that you use not an entire column, but really specify the first and the last row of my 2 categories, the ordinal data, and then of course the appropriate order of them. Notice I'm using a semicolon to separate parameters. In your system that might have to be a comma. Once you use that, then you get the estimated variance, the minimum sample size, so the smallest of the 2 categories, the test statistic, the degrees of freedom, the corresponding p-value, and the category that was actually used to test, in this case female and male. That should be able to be visible, and it's using a Brunner Munzel test with T distribution. Small warning though, it's using Excel, and Excel actually always rounds the degrees of freedom. I've also made a small permutation or studentized permutation version of this test. You can specify the number of iterations, but bear in mind this will take quite a long time, and that simply returns the p-value. The p-value is probably the one that you're most interested in. If this is below a specified threshold, usually 0.05, we would usually reject the assumption, and in this case would therefore claim that the 2 categories didn't score equal in the opinion. Alright, I hope this video was helpful, and thank you for watching.